Hi, I'm Dale, and thank you for joining me on this Love to Journal journey. So what is journaling? You know, you hear so much about keeping a journal and the benefits of it, and you're wondering, would it work for me? Should I be doing it? Well, just exactly what is it? So when I was growing up, I used to keep a diary, and it was a collection of dates and stuff that I'd done, gone to the park, played football, whatever it was that I might have done. However, later in life, I started to find that I really needed an outlet for stuff that was going on in my life. And so I discovered journaling. I started to teach journaling. And I have to say that it's been something that has, I say, saved my life many, many times. So it's a written record of your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences, your observations. It's extremely cathartic. It's given me lots and lots of clarity, and it's been enormously healing and, of course, transformational. And I've used my journals for the basis of my blogs and my books. And this journal, for example, in January 2018, my spine fractured and I was left in a terrible, terrible state, and there was other complications. And this journal kept me sane, but it also helped me with my research. It helped me with getting out of, I'm going to call it a blue funk, but I was in a quite a dark place, and it was my saviour, but it's also the basis of blogs and books and stuff like that. So why journal? So if we go back to the healing journal that I've showed you, I would sometimes wake up in the middle of the night and I just needed to get stuff out. So I needed to freely express myself. But what also helped me was it helped me to gain perspective. And when I read back some of those entries, I could see that I was in a lot of fear. And through the things that I saw and the things that I understood, I could make meaning. I got loads and loads of ahas about how the body works and bones and natural healing and all sorts of things. And all of that change helped me to obviously go through that healing process, but to help me feel much more in harmony and better balanced. It certainly helped me to de-stress. I found it, like I said, I found it healing, and I found a place of inner peace. I was able to connect to my inner wisdom and talk to my body and find out my needs. I also was able to do things like come up with ideas and creative ways of healing and stuff that I needed, and I most definitely took action. So what we find is that we have got unconscious patterns, ways of thinking that just seem to be a natural part of us, and we're completely unaware of these things until we start to recognize them, and that's what journaling does. Now, someone who's very, very famous for journaling is Professor James Pennebaker. And over 30 years ago, he did some research with some students, and he asked them to do a brief recall trauma exercise. And what he found was a much deeper, a better feeling of personal well-being in his students compared with those that didn't. And literally, this is all he said to them. For the next 4 days, I want you to write your deepest thoughts and feelings about the most traumatic experience of your entire life, or an extremely important emotional issue that's affected you and your life. In your writing, I'd like you to really let go and explore your deepest emotions and thoughts. Since then, there has been masses and masses and masses of research, and we know because of our, my own personal experience and working with clients, that journaling works. Writing of any description, whether it's writing in your journal, a book or a blog, it's really releasing, and it's very, 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 very healing. And when you allow your unconscious thoughts to flow, you actually discover what it is you really need to discover. And it's when you do that reflection that you see sense, you make patterns and ways, you find ways through your problems. And it's great for finding solutions and ideas and inspiration. Now, therapeutic writing is like journaling, but it's done in a more controlled way, and it's usually done with a trained counsellor. So if you see a counsellor and they offer you journaling, it is definitely going to help with your one-to-one sessions. So like I said, you can express your feelings and thoughts in a completely uninhibited way. So, get connected to your writing muse and let go. It helps you to do things like clarify goals and let go of stuff that doesn't serve you. You know more about where you are. So in my journals, I always ask the question, well, where are you? So take a look around, what do you notice, what do you see, what do you smell, what do you taste, what do you feel? And then it's about what you want to create in your life. And then where are you going and how are you going to get there? So when we're doing these things, we get this sense of control, we gain perspective. Even when you're analysing your own dreams, rather than looking at a dream journal, think about, what do those images mean to me? And this will become your catalyst for change and creativity, and a source definitely for stories and your memoirs. You get a deeper sense of gratitude and appreciation. This is one of my gratitude journals. And certainly gratitude journaling helps you see a kind of brighter side of life. So you're going to understand who you are, what you want, and how to get it. You're going to find new ways to tackle all those unhelpful behaviours and problems that you possibly are often faced with. It helps you to unwind and relax. I go to bed and sit in my bed with a cup of tea or a glass of water, and I scribble. And it just helps to send me off to sleep, letting all those things go. And you also learn how to communicate better with others because you can practice conversations in it. And because you can see the part that you've played in something, actually it kind of dissipates whatever it is you're writing about into the paper. It takes that energy away from it. So you're going to be able to create positive intentions and affirmations, find a pathway through that self-awareness. You're going to get great insights, and as long as you make the choice to act and create change, then you will. And you're going to find those memories that are going to help with your healing. And not all memories are horrible. I mean, you're going to find some absolutely delightful memories that you're going to look back on and go, you know what, I'd really like to connect to that person that I was then. So for me, I find journaling gives me a lot of inner peace and contentment, a really nice sense of balance. So there really are no rules. You just need your pen and your journal, the right environment, and the desire to write. So there's lots of different ways that you can do it. So in this particular journal, I did lots and lots of freestyling. I just put my pen to paper and scribbled. And, one of the tips that I've got is, if you're feeling really stuck, just write anything. And then this is going to take over, and you'll find that what comes out, when you read the first bit, you think that's a bit weird. It doesn't really connect to that. But you've got to start somewhere, so you just write any old thing. But freestyling is really getting connected to that deep, unconscious thoughts and feelings and stuff like that, those emotions. Now you can use prompts, and what I love about prompts, I actually do, and I enjoy doing both. And for example, if I want to go through a particular process with something, I might do a 10-day or a 28-day thing where I look at a certain kind of genre of prompts, and that will help me through something that I'm working on. Or you might want to journal around a theme, so like gratitude or self-love or prayer or something like that. So in terms of rules, even though I said there's no rules, it's understand what you believe is the right way for you, and find that right way, the right environment, the right time of day. I like to journal in bed. I mostly like to do it in the evening. I sometimes journal in the morning, and it's about finding what's important to you so that you can make this part of a daily habit. So when you understand you and you understand how you like to journal, you'll find a way that works for you. And just keep coming back to the purpose of your journaling. Like, why am I doing this? You might be in a tough space. You might be using a journal it might be a travel thing. There's all kinds of different ways to journal. It might be recipes. But you just keep coming back to the purpose of your journaling. For me, it's not about travel, and it's not about recipes. It is about me connecting to my divine inner wisdom. It's about my life and really finding my better self, being the best human I can be. Don't be too hard on yourself, and allow your muse to find you. So find the best way that works for you. So let's get started. So you need to go and get yourself a journal and work out what's for you, and write the date and your intention that you're going to journal for, 10, 20, 30 days, and go for it. So start your journaling today. Write today's date, and today is the first day of my journal. I've made a promise to myself, and I'm going to write in my journal regularly. So there you go, you've started. What else do you want to write about? So I have a series of journals that you can find at www.daledarley.com/books. And each of my journals has a purpose. There are prompts in them. There's a whole load of stuff that describes journaling and affirmations and helping you to move through different aspects of your life. The gratitude journal, for example, this one here is about exploring your roots and your foundations. So anyone who knows anything about chakras, it's really getting connected to your root chakra and feeling really grounded and centered, and journaling in terms of gratitude from that basis of being really connected to yourself and to Mother Earth. Other ones I've got talk about abundance, prosperity, confidence and impact. We've got letting go, flow, balance and harmony. So it really depends what you feel like in the moment. So my invitation is, please head on to daledarley.com/books and get yourself a journal and get yourself started.